What up, Spam Fam? What up? What up? Just dent my desk. Da, da, da. Hello, welcome. What am I saying? Episode 36. Woo! Today we're creating a wish. I don't know what to wish for. So we're gonna go for a standard blowing of the things. What are they called? Dandelions. Dandelions? I don't know what they're called. I'm going to do this on a separate bit of paper because I've Mod Podged on the pages, and using my colouring pencils on the back of a Mod Podge page doesn't work on this paper. Moriah doesn't tell you that, does she? Okay. So this is feels like a cop-out because I feel like everyone does this. I know I've done this a couple of times already. This is a little bit more detailed than my shorts, but still feels like a bit of a cop-out. But I didn't know what else to do because I don't wish for anything. The only thing that I ever really wished for, or ever really wished for, is Ty's health. Like, my dog's health. Like, it's the most important thing. Oh, and for your information, I have completely and utterly forgotten how to draw hands. It's just poof, gone out of my head. Can't draw it anymore. It's quite concerning. It's just disappeared. So I decided to do like a little pretty blow the dandelion wishy things. And use a quote I found on Pinterest, which was, "I made a wish and you came true." Because I guess technically I wished and begged and I wanted a dog. And he came into my life. He came into my life like a little whirlwind. Didn't ya? He's ignoring me. It's nap time. So we have our base. Obviously using my avatar. Who else would I use? I did think about putting Ty in there somewhere, but I didn't want to ruin this picture. Not because he would ruin it, because I would ruin drawing him. Because I'm still incapable of drawing a dog. Although technically I did do a book full of dogs. I've also been watching a couple of videos of caricature animals, so prepare yourself for that one. You know that's coming soon. Look at that hand. What is wrong with that hand? I don't know why I've forgotten how to draw hands. So, I haven't lined my avatar. I've just added eyelashes and whatever, and I've put pen on the ends of the wishy things because they're going to be the last thing I do. We're actually going to colour the background in this sort of turquoise blue gradient thing. I'd been going through such a funk, art funk, like just everything that I came up with, it felt like I wasn't copying other people's ideas, but I wasn't really having an original thought. I was following the crowd. But I'm slowly getting there. I get myself out the funk. So I've taken my acrylic paint, my pinks and greens that I always keep, and I'm going to use those to do the wish things. I don't know what they're called. I don't even think they're called dandelions. So this is going to take some time, I think, because the paint seems to be just drying darker, so I'm going to have to do a couple of layers on this. But I am using all 3 tones that I have here. Make it a little bit more interesting. Because at this moment in time, I am dull. See, I'm just adding little specks of colour here and there and just mushing it out and splatting paint on my desk and so I'm bringing in some white paint now. I felt like they were a bit dull, so I added a bit of white and then I'll go over it with some pink again. Hopefully we're done, because I wasn't expecting it to take this long. But I knew that I had to do it this way, because if I had done these and then had to try and colour around them, that would have been really annoying. We got a bit of texture. Let that dry, see how we go. It's not too bad. I added some more little ones in the distance. But there you go, I guess. I don't hate it and I don't love it. I'm loving the gradient. I think that's very smooth. And my avatar's not bad apart from the hand. Anyway, we're on to this one now. Create a repair. So, I'm not obviously going to damage this. I mean, it's pretty rumpled and pumpled anyway, so... But not enough to repair. So, I'm going to get a bit of paper, and I'm going to get my editor/partner to rip this up. Draw on it and then rip it up. So I'm going to get him to scribble on it, rip it up, and then I will repair it. Come. Rip it. Just check what he does now, okay? He drew on my desk with a permanent marker. I no longer have an editor or a partner. I jokes, he's still alive for now. Rippy, shreddy. He was trying to make it impossible for me. Like, you can go away now. You've done enough damage. Look at that. Drew on my desk. Tut, 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 tut. Now I've got to try and put it back together, which is kind of impossible. Okay. This is where we're at. Now, how do we repair this, really? Just look at it. Look at the... I hope you feel guilty, Mr. Editor. Leave a comment if I should make him live in the garden for a week for drawing on my desk with permanent marker. I mean, tell him to ruin the bit of paper, he ruins my desk. I mean, so I'm going to take each thing, each bit of paper, thicken the lines up a little bit and extend them so they reach the end of the page. Then we're going to pick a colour scheme and colour them, really. There's not much else I can do. So I've gone for like a green, a bluey type colour and a yellow. Giving me 90s vibes. Should have put Tyler in there somewhere. The idea is when I put this back together, obviously they'll all be different because I've decorated each one individually. So when they go back together, there'll be a squiggly line next to a yellow box. Or like a black box next to a sprinkle box. Just doing each section differently and sticking with the curves as well, because there was quite a few sort of like made it look like it was bending. This took longer than I thought. Thought it'd be quite quick, but no. Time consuming. And then that's not all yet. We've got to stick it all back together. Well, I say stick. The plan is to sew it all together. Because it's thick card, so it should be able to hold it. That's the theory, anyway. Which, sewing it together, kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. I think it pretty much took me a whole day. Yeah, I apparently shut the drawer on my yellow pencil. And it took like a massive chunk out of my pencil. My yellow one, look. I think that's the last one, yeah. I find what goes where now. When I come to sew it, I am going to be trimming them as well, because where they've ripped, they've got like a frayed edge. I could not get this back together for the life of me. I didn't want to look stupid on camera, so let's just do that. So I was originally going to use different colours, but this is all my embroidery thread, and not a single green. I mean, nothing. I sew this piece at least like 3 times. I sew it, and then I don't like the yellow, so I end up just sticking with the black. The yellow was okay, it just not disappeared into the paper, but obviously it didn't pop out as much, and I wanted it to be known that I'd sewn the page. Annoyingly, my needle wouldn't go through the card, so I had to make the individual holes myself. Yeah, this is me undoing it now because I hate it. And I've sewn it back together. Ta-da! My repaired page. And then, this is like, oh yeah, it turned out okay, yeah. How are you going to stick it in the book? Dum-dum. This is my realization here. I'm like, oops. Normally I cut it down the center, but I couldn't because it would undo the stitches. Real smart thinking. I just kind of bent it in the end. I don't know how well it's going to hold, but it was my only option. I wasn't re-sewing everything. But I kind of like it. It's 90s vibe type thing. But I like it. It's a little different. This one still, it's like I said, I like it, but I don't hate it. I hate it, but I don't like it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and in the comments, tell off the editor / my partner for, you know, drawing on my desk. How dare he! I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.